Daredevil.
That's
Watched
okay.
like half of
That's
it.
okay.
That's all right.
That's fine.
Was it a bad movie?
It was.
Daredevil was. Was it? I'm trying to think. No, I remember hearing the original creation of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Is that supposed to be like? Hold on, I'm sorry. Was that supposed to be like connected with Daredevil? Because it was like, I heard the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was like. I don't know. Never mind. Just scratch that idea. But
Yeah.
let's not get into the Turtles. The point is, the Daredevil movie was.
They're not mutants, they're aliens from another planet.
Oh my god.
What was it? With Daredevil is a boy has toxic waste thrown in it, like washed like in his eyes or whatever when he's young, and then like he like sleeps in this like water tank, and then like this like Jennifer Garner comes in for some reason, and she's like this knife girl that I think dies in it, doesn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, and then he beats up what's his name? Is it Colin Farrell? I think he's the bad guy in Daredevil.
I don't know.
But anyway, I think it's Colin Farrell. He plays this guy named Bullseye, and he literally has this bullseye on his head, and I'm pretty sure Daredevil had like throws something at him that like hits that bullseye and like kills him and knocks him off a building or whatever.
I don't know. All I remember in the movie is the fact that he's able to see heat signatures.
No, not necessarily.
It's not heat
not
signatures. It's more like
like-
ultrasonic hearing.
Yeah, like a bat
dolphin
kind of.
or a bat.
Well,
Or a dolphin.
apparently, so it's like the radioactive substance hits him, and apparently it causes him blind, but it heightens his other senses. So it's basically, I kind of view it as a Spider-Man thing, where it's basically like the spider bites him, and it heightens other senses, like he has a kind of a spider sense. He basically, his other senses are stronger.
No. I got a way to put it. It's like Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender. She kind of feels like the vibrations and whatnot.
Oh yeah, I remember her.
That's the perfect way to say it.
Okay, yeah,
Only
yeah,
hearing,
yeah.
not feet.
Who? Daredevil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the movie, that's exactly how he saw.
Mm-mm.
Like, you remember when Jennifer Garner was in the rain with
Yeah, that's what it looked like, but it's
That's
hearing.
the movie.
huh?
You're talking about the movie, though. It'd be different possibly be different in the comic books.
Oh no, I'm talking about the movie. No, Davis was asking specifically about the movie.
Oh.
So I mean, that's how it was in the movie, and I mean, it just wasn't. It was not good. But then after that, I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't know. I wasn't too big on the Superman movies that came out recently. For me, up until it was the Batman movies were great, and then Iron Man came along, and I thought that was great, and then Avengers was
I mean, there's just a lot of superhero movies. I'd say Batman Begins kind of really started off because it earned like a lot of money.
Yeah, it was definitely one of the movies that helped.
Wait, Batman Begins got a lot of money?
Didn't it?
I know Dark Knight did.
Dark Knight made over $1 billion.
Screw it, we'll just say it was Titanic. Let's get it over with.
Don't get me started on Titanic again. Oh my god.
It was the Tron reboot.
Well, I like Tron. I like the concept. If I could, I would dress up like the Tron guy.
Tron for me is like a censored version. Well, I mean, I don't know. The idea of like Tron Legacy kind of reminded me of like a reverse Matrix, where it's like
That movie confused the hell out of me when I was little, so I still don't understand what happens.
Well, I mean,
Wait,
the Matrix.
Tron or Matrix?
Matrix.
Well, I mean, oh yeah. I was talking about Matrix, but Tron was about people not getting the computer outside, and
No, so Tron basically, there was this program at NCOM, and it was basically called as a Master NCOM, and basically in NCOM people were like they developed their own programs and they have their own connection to the programs, and so there was users and programs. Eventually,
are we talking about Tron Legacy or Tron? Or just the first Tron?
I'm talking about the first Tron, and then moving on.
Oh no, I'm talking. No, I'm talking about the second Tron. I'm talking.
That's one
I'm talking
question
about
I
how the
wanted.
second.
That's one question I wanted to ask, because I haven't seen the original Tron, but isn't the one that just came out a few years ago, isn't that supposed to be a sequel
Yeah, it's
to the
Yeah,
original?
it's supposed to be like
it
20
has
years after.
Kevin Flynn's son.
Okay.
And Jeff Bridges as like the point of spoiler for anyone who hasn't seen Tron, but after Tron Legacy, I mean the original Tron is like whatever, and then Tron Legacy continues directly after that. And then it's like the next day or whatever. Like Jeff Bridges disappears, but he like talks with his son, and his son grows up, kind of like without his father, wondering where he's at. And then he finds the machine in the arcade, and goes in, and he sees his father in there eventually. Well, he sees Clue, who looks exactly like young Jeff Bridges, and he's like the main
that's
bad
the thing,
guy.
because all programs were based off the user. So basically, whatever the program looked like, that's what the user looked like. That's what Tron was. Well, like what I didn't like is they call it Tron, but you barely see Tron. He plays like
You see
you don't
him,
know who
I think,
you don't know he's
Oh
Tron.
no, but like it's Legacy. It's Tron Legacy. So I mean,
his legacy
this
carries
whole.
on. Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of not necessarily like him as an individual. It's just that when you associate the idea of what Tron was, like the whole world and whatnot, you just associate it as Tron. So I mean, I don't know. It just is kind of a carryover for me. I didn't get like they're not making like a sequel to that, are they?
I don't think so.
Or like a third one? Because it's just if they make the users after the if they make the users,
They aren't going to do a sequel.
No. But I'm saying here. Hold on. Follow with me on this. It's like if Clue looked like Jeff Bridges because he was Jeff Bridges was Clue's user, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what about Cora?
Cora.
So it's like
well, see, that's the thing. Like, just in actuality, like they won't make a sequel just because Tron Legacy there was such bad reviews for it and it didn't make enough money.
well, no. I'm saying Cora was one of those like weird people that would like.
She's basically
or, like,
so she was just basically an anomaly in a computer system, and it's kind of like it has a religious background because Tron how like they just randomly appeared out of nowhere and this deserted empty wasteland. They were just out of nowhere life form, so it kind of like has that creationism sort of thing.
Oh, I see. So they never had a user then.
Yeah, they never had a user.
Oh, okay, because I was going to be like, what if when Cora comes out, like, what if it's like a Back to the Future 2 kind of thing, where it's like young Cora sees like old Cora?
No.
Oh, by the way, Batman Begins made $372 million, $100 million.
The reason like what's so special about Cora was she basically what's special about them is basically their computer program that they are like disease and all that stuff wouldn't apply to them because there'd be no such sort of thing. And like say if they're injured, you could just enter like their operating system, the programming, and just repair them. That's what happened in the movie. And speaking of Korra stuff, I'd like to talk about the Legend of Korra. The season finale is tomorrow.
I haven't watched any of it.
You
guys are more than welcome to talk
because
about
I don't
it.
have Nickelodeon. Yeah, this can be like a David James area because
You guys are more
I
than
don't have
welcome to
Nickelodeon.
talk about it. I'm a huge
I
Avatar
just-
fan, but I have not watched anything of Legend of Korra, and I don't know why.
I know the premise of it, but let me say this: I'm probably going to get heat for this eventually. But I just finished watching book 3 of The Last Airbender about 2 months ago.
Yeah, you're about to get a lot of heat.
Because it was just like, no, let me put it this way: I never had Nickelodeon just because my mom was always like cheap about cable and whatnot, so I never had Nickelodeon. But like when Netflix came around, then I was able to watch the whole series.
Mhm.
Because I already had the first one on DVD, so I'd seen the first one many times. No, let's not over-exaggerate it. Not many times. Like, maybe 2 or 3 times.
Whatchamacallit. So I don't want to talk about it at the same time I don't because I feel like I'd spoil it. But I think because I mean I've heard some mixed reviews about it. Some people don't like it, and like some people didn't say it's like not as good as the very first. But I mean I like it. It's a good continuation of it.
How many stories do you know where people are they see the second one and they be like, "Oh wow, that was better than the first."
And that's true.
Star Wars.
I mean that's the only thing I can think of. The Empire. A lot of people. I mean, a lot of people think what the well. No. You can't count trilogies, but or wait, is that what you're saying? No, never mind. Empire Strikes Back was supposed to be. They said it was really good, but there's still a lot of people really pleased with.
A New Hope.
Yeah, there you go. But I was just thinking about the big deal about Empire Strikes Back was just you find out for the first time that Vader was Luke's father. Jeez, imagine we take that knowledge for granted. Imagine
we just spoil it for everyone.
imagine
That's
living
fun.
for 3 years watching Well, not even watching Star Wars because it was like what they didn't even have like VHSs at all for that, did they? What was that still
don't
the
know.
beta years? But anyway, the point is, it's just like for 3 years, you just remember seeing it in the theaters, and then you turn out that this bad guy is like his father. That had to have been revolutionary. And see, because I don't know, because it just seems like we can't ever have that again because like stuff like the internet, we can all keep tied in together, and there's always
Yeah.
that person who has that one theory and that manages to convince everybody, and it turns out that person's right.
But yeah, so David, what do you think about Legend of Korra? Like compared to, or not compare it too much, but like, do you think it's doing pretty well for what it is?
Yes, I don't think it'll ever be as good as the first series, but it's a very good attempt considering what they're working with.
I say it's just like a nice continuation off the storyline. Like I like how they still always relate back to it. It was interesting to see how they bring back Aang and see how different he is. So like his voice, I imagine it to be kind of deeper that since he was older, but his voice kind of like still sounded a bit young, in my opinion.
Wait, they brought back Aang. Is he like how what's his name was to Aang?
Avatar
He
Roshi.
was the Roshi. There you go. So is that how they show Aang? Like him, like Spirit Aang?
Basically Korra, I don't want to spoil it for too much for people, but she's basically able to communicate with Aang.
No, but I mean, is that how they communicate? Like how Aang?
Through like meditation.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's very
So is Aang blue again?
it's very but see the thing is it's very difficult for Korra just because she's more of a very like she's more of the elemental sort of avatar. She has during like so what I've heard is Avatar Korra is based off Avatar Kyoshi, how she was always like kind of the macho avatar sort of thing.
I see.
Because apparently Avatar Kyoshi had some good feedback.
I got a good question for you guys.
I thought. Okay.
Go ahead.
What
No, I was just.
what if you were a bender? What element would you guys be?
Water.
Fire.
That was fast.
That was quick. All right, what did you guys say? What did you guys say? I just
How
heard
about
like.
this? How about this?
Davidson.
Let's rephrase the question. What element would you be and why? No
Water,
one
because
would
it's
answer.
Son Gokyaku no Jutsu.
What?
What?
Nothing.
He said fire style, fireball. Anyway, that's not important. Anyways,
Oh God, we're bringing Naruto in here.
no, that's another week. That's another week for.
No, let's
No,
save
but-
that for another time.
So David, why waterbending? Like, wait, do we say waterbending encompasses ice bending and blood bending though?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
because those are the advanced stages.
Okay.
And
So
healing.
Isn't
but-
Earth metal?
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Is it just metal?
Yeah.
I
But
think
what's
so.
wind?
Wind?
Or winds.
Oh, I don't know what winds is.
Has
Oh, wait.
tornadoes. I don't know.
No. What I don't.
I'm
like,
gonna look
I don't
that up.
realize is so
I know fire is lightning.
yeah. No, but with like airbending, like say if there's a dust in the air or smoke, Aang and both Tenzin they were able to form like a sphere around them to purify the air so that they pure air. Why couldn't they have surrounded someone in an air trap that removes all air so they would knock out the person? As like so they wouldn't be able to breathe. Like I don't
No,
know.
I mean, like, didn't they do that?
No, they never did that. They
What,
never
what
choked,
movie did
they
I
never,
see?
They never
Did they-
choked anyone like that.
Hold on. Okay, you guys keep talking. I need to think. Like, what movie was it where like